In just a moment, Generations with Kevin Swanson. But first, this. The World View in 5 minutes.
It's Wednesday, January 10th, AD 2024. This is The World View in 5 minutes, written by Jonathan Clark and heard at theworldview.com. I'm Adam McManus. Last Thursday, the U.S. State Department released its annual report on religious freedom violators. The report listed countries of particular concern, including Myanmar, China, Iran, North Korea, Russia, and Saudi Arabia. However, religious freedom groups are criticizing the Biden administration for not including India and Nigeria on the list. McKenna Wendt with International Christian Concern said, quote, "During the Christmas season, hundreds of Christians were slaughtered in Nigeria, and in India, anti-conversion laws, mob violence, and extremist ideology continues to suppress the Christian community. ICC stands in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Nigeria and India, and we call on the U.S. State Department to hold these governments accountable," end quote. Hebrews 13, verse 3 says, "Remember those who are in prison, as though in prison with them, and those who are mistreated, since you also are in the body." The World Bank announced that it expects global economic growth to slow in 2024 for a third year in a row. The institution projects the economy worldwide will grow by 2.4% this year. That's down from 2.6% last year, 3% in 2022, and 6.2% in 2021. The economic stagnation will hit developing countries the hardest in the wake of the pandemic era. The World Bank also projected slower economic growth for the United States at 1.6% this year, down from 2.5% last year. Speaking of the U.S. economy, the federal government's total debt crossed $34 trillion for the first time at the end of 2023. The new record comes just 3 months after the government crossed the $33 trillion threshold. Federal deficit spending has surged under recent administrations, both Democrat and Republican. Over the last year, credit rating agencies have downgraded their outlook on the government's credit standing. Proverbs 22:7 says, "The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is the slave of the lender." The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission ruled that Apple Incorporated cannot exclude a free speech resolution from its 2024 annual meeting. The American Family Association put forward the resolution over concerns that the tech company is, quote, "limiting content access within its online services based on viewpoint, and that it does so based on vague and subjective terms of use," end quote. Apple has used its vague